welcome to the newbie book tag video. So this started this newbie to booktube tag thing video started in 2014, and I think the original video isn't even listed anymore, so you cannot find it. But it kept on going, and I see people do that every so often. And since we are a fairly new channel here, by the way, welcome. I thought it would be nice for you to have that video in case you're interested in what you might encounter here besides a Christmas tree in November. Gosh, yesterday there was no way for me waiting at all. So it's a series of like 10 questions. However, the last 3 have been add-ons throughout the years. I mean, people have been doing it for 10 years. But the first 7 ones are the original ones. I'm going to do all of them, and I'm trying to be crisp and not too chatty for you. I just want to give you like a insight, basically, because usually I wouldn't talk about those topics in those questions. And yes, I read the question once. I did not prepare, so also something you'll encounter in this channel. So, first question is, why did you start this channel? Now, I always wanted to do some kind of videography. Like, I love photography, and I always wanted to like go into that direction. Now, I feel like, and that was my first idea, I feel like the travel niche is way too saturated, and those people are really professional. So I don't think I could add anything to that. Like, I could share what I do on my travels, which I do here in a way less professional way. But like in that niche, I don't think I could like value add. And no, you'll hear some corp speak because that's what I do. So yeah, and I want to talk about books. I love talking about books. I love taking a book, picking it apart, loving on it, hating on it, get into the nitty gritty, and not a lot of people have patience for it. So I'm looking for people who enjoy that too. You. And question number 2. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? So I think because I have a degree in languages, I had to read in fairly different languages with fairly different backgrounds and a lot. So I think there's a unique point of view sometimes that I can bring, especially with the new trend of having Asian literature, fantasy being published for us. So I think having a more informed point of view might be interesting. That's one of the things. And the other thing is, I don't think there are many traveling booktubers as much as we travel, because I don't know why. So I'm bringing that. And I'm based in Germany, in Europe, which would make it maybe more interesting to some people as well. 3. What are you most excited for about this new channel? Oh, I cannot wait for the discourse. I cannot wait for the discussions. I cannot wait to have a community that is as passionate about books as I am. Now, I live in Germany. I'm German. I don't know many people that read fantasy, romantic fantasy, romantasy, sci-fi in English and are as passionate about it. I know a lot of people who like to be all, high and mighty about reading. For me, not every book has to be a teachable moment. It can just be a fun moment. So I'm really excited to find my peers, my people who understand, who feel the same feels. That's what that's what I'm most excited about. Also, to have a creative outlet for me, because I have a normal 9 to 5 job in tech, and trust you me, not very creative. So I'm very excited to just be creative, play around with the editing, um, play around with how to present books. I'm really stoked to be able to explore that as well. So there we go. Why do you love reading? You know what? That's a mean question. That is a mean question. Like, I don't understand how you cannot love reading, but reading has always been a an escape from reality for me. Now you can take that as you wish, but for me, reading is when I have a bad work day, or work week. I read for an hour and then I'm fine. Um, I've been reading since I can read. Like, I got my first library card, I believe I was 6 years old. And since then, I'm hooked. Like, I've never stopped reading. Reading has always been the balance, the the sanity, the thing that keeps me, um, that kept me uh, balanced. I need it for my mental health. Just that. And I've went through a lot of phases when it comes to reading. Like, at one point, I only read nonfiction or litfic, or uh, only memoirs. There was this like point in time, when I was younger. I only read uh, like memoirs of very influential people. So I go for phases, but one thing that always, or one genre that always was in the mix, is fantasy, and that's the main thing that I'm reading. Okay, it says number 5, sorry. Question number 5: what book or series got you into reading? There is no book or series I just always read. I don't think I can pinpoint this one book that made me a reader. I think I just always was. Oh, I don't remember. Like, I started, like, literally started when I was a child and never stopped. So I don't know. I don't know. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? Oh, okay. So I've been doing this now for a few videos. Since, I believe, I want to say May or April. And I set myself like an ambitious target, I think. Like, I want to do one short and one long video per week. And that's like, I had no clue what that entails. So one question would be, how do you do it all? If you have a normal job, how do you do both? For one, how do you keep consistent? How do you not lose motivation? I think just normal question. It's nothing world changing I'm asking here, but those are the questions that I am pondering right now, because it's editing a video is a hard task. I tell you, it's not easy, and I've been already talking too much, huh? Hui. Okay. Um. Question number 6. What questions? No, sorry. Uh. 7. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? So I think because YouTubing in general is very saturated, everyone now these days can make high quality videos by just using their phone and just, you know. So I think getting in touch with an audience, finding an audience, finding your groove, finding your style, finding your brand, be getting to a level with editing so it serves you instead of hindering you, and not being too dependent on the numbers, like how many views, how many followers, blah 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 blah. I think that can be motivating and demotivating. So I think that I think that could be a challenge. Or number 8, I already answered. When did you start reading? I was 6, maybe earlier, maybe a year later, but I think 6 when I got my first library card. 6, where did you read? I always read in my bed. I didn't have like in my room, in my childhood room, I didn't have like a sofa or somewhere else that I could sit. And no, I'm not sitting on my desk for reading. So my bed was always it, and I enjoy reading mostly lying down. Like I can sit and read for a little bit, but I always tend to like move here, there, and this is where I'm reading right now. Like the couch is mostly where I'm reading. I have a reading chair in the bedroom, but the setup is not great, so I rarely go there. 9, no 10. What kind of books do you like to read? Okay, I already mentioned. I'm mostly reading fantasy, romantasy, and science fiction. I do, however, challenge myself to read also mysteries and thrillers. I will never ever do horrors. Cannot do it. Cannot. Can't. I cannot even watch something with my eyes closed and my ears shut. Like reading would be even worse. Like for me, reading, I totally get into the book. I feel it, I see it, I have a picture, like a movie in my mind. Movie with feelings, and like that would be nice. Movie with that kind of like feelings, that would be great. But anyway, that's why I cannot do horrors. I would feel like even thrillers. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I can't. I can't read it. So mostly fantasy. This is where the mind shuts off the best. This is where the reality goes to snooze. This is where I really can immerse myself the best. Which is what it is. Maybe because I'm so trained to do that. That could be a reason, but fantasy is like the main genre I really, really enjoy. Okay, this is 10 questions for you. I'm not doing the 11 because I'm already talking too much. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for clicking on the video. This is fun. It's a fun time. If you have any questions, please leave them below. I'm very, very, very excited meeting you or getting to know you in the years to come. Have a good one. Bye-bye.